Whoa, it's the Illusion reporting from somewhere on spaceship Earth. Dude. Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any dumber, it's getting dumber. Man, oh man, oh man. It's jumped the shark season, isn't it? In the good old United States. What are we, February 4th? Holy smoke, dude. What are we, 2 weeks into this madness, man? 15 days? 15 days into the madness, dude. I like, dude. Yo, what's going on, dude? Breaking news, man. Maybe I should wait for, dude, 5D chest my ass, dude. It's getting crazy, dude. What Trump-anyahu, dude? Dude, wow. Bad tidings indeed. Holy, the dream is going. I have it all queued up, but we'll wait, man. I've been out. I had to go to the church this morning and put up some base and case in one of the kids' study rooms. So I met with some of the other trustees. We worked down at the church for a number of hours, dude. I came back, had some lunch, went and ran some errands, went to the skate park, did some shredding, dude. I have to say, for the skaters out there, the Dern Brothers episode that just dropped yesterday with Bam Margera, super motivational. Because when I was out in Pennsylvania, so I was living in the Poconos from 95 to 2001, something like that. 96 to 2001, sometime like that. So I was down at FDR when Bam was in his prime, going mental at FDR, and so it's a pretty epic Dern Brothers with Bam and reliving a lot of the history of FDR and the shredding that went on there. But it got me super fired up. Bam got me super fired up that he's kind of back in the skating again, and it made me want to go skate today. So I went and did some grinds today to get my hype on, dude. Did Bam ever get sober? I don't know, dude. How are you gonna really get sober with jerk-offs like Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville and all those scumbags around him? So I think those dudes are lame. I think they did Bam pretty dirty, even though Bam did himself pretty dirty, dude. So yeah, I've always been a Bam guy. I've met him a couple times, dude. Back before he blew up, dude. When he was killing it as a skater, before he became a media celebrity, dude. But yeah, dude. So that got me super fired up. So I went and skated today, and then I had to go get a bunch of keys made and stuff like that. And I came back, I minded my own business, and I wasn't really going to do a live stream until I saw the press conference, the clip of the press conference with Trump-anyahu claiming that we're going to take over the Gaza Strip, dude. So before I get into this, because this is something I cannot abide by. What does the dude say? This will not do. Anyway, dude, some new information's come to light, man. So let's go right to the clip. This is like breaking news, pretty much, dude. I don't think people understand what just happened today, dude. Where's the good one? I got it all clipped up. I think this is the one. And let me do the thing where I pull my screen out so I can see what's going on, and then I get into the thing. All right, here, we ready for this, dude? This is crazy. I'm child at doing this, but here we go. All right, everyone there, dude. I got you. Everyone got their popcorn ready, dude. We ready to jump. You ready to hear the orange man jumping the shark, dude? All right, here we go. So this is the press conference with Netanyahu. Just hold on to your seats, dude, because did you know what you were signing up for when the orange man came in? Here we go.
A brilliant future for our region and bring our great alliance to even greater heights. Thank you.
Thank you very much, baby. Very nice. Thank you. And JD Vance, everybody. JD, please, Vice President, stand up. He's been doing a good job. He's been working very hard on helpful, and they have been very helpful. They want peace in the Middle East. It's very simple. We know their leader and their leaders very well. They're wonderful people, and they want peace in the Middle East. As far as Gaza is concerned, we'll do what is necessary. If it's necessary, we'll do that. We're going to take over that piece. We're going to develop it, create thousands and thousands of jobs, and it'll be something that the entire Middle East can be very proud of. But everybody feels that continuing the same process that's gone on forever, over and over again, and then it starts, and then the killing starts, and all of the other problems start, and you end up in the same place, and we don't want to see that happen. So by the United States, with its stability and strength, owning it, especially the strength that we're developing and developed over the last fairly short period of time, I would say really since the election, I think we'll be a keeper of something that is very, very strong, very powerful, and very, very good for the area, not just for Israel, for the entire Middle East. Very important. And we'll, again, have thousands of jobs, and there'll be jobs for everyone, not for a specific group of people, but for everybody. Okay, please.
Dude, you got to go watch this thing for yourself. Realistically, dude, this is insane. What is so let me wait, where's my stop sharing, dude? I can't get these clowns, dude. Where's my screen? Where am I at? I can't look at those clowns, dude. So to catch the drift, dude, suddenly we're taking over the Gaza Strip, dude. So if you don't know, part of the ceasefire right now is that the Palestinians refuse to have any Israelis monitoring the roads. So independent contractors are over there right now monitoring the checkpoints with a no apprehension vibe, which is American contractors are already on the ground in Gaza, dude. I don't know if people know this yet, dude. And so what they're talking about right now is worst case scenario of all of it is the US thinks it's going to go roll in there and take over Gaza and do what it, and let's understand. I don't think we will quite understand this because they don't follow it like I do. This is not consulting the people of Gaza. The Palestinians that in Gaza have a thing called Steadfast. I don't think people understand that the Palestinians ain't going anywhere, dude. They did not just suffer 15 months of genocide to suddenly be like, yeah, we're out of here, dude. So Trump's insane right now. Is insanity on its highest level, that they are going to think that they're going to roll over and the US is going to take over the Gaza Strip, dude. That is utterly like repulsive and disgusting and an affront to humanity, man. Again, the fact that it go back all the way to the, it's insane, man. It's absolutely insane that that's what these clowns are coming up with today. And that somehow the Middle East and the Muslim world is going to be okay with this. This is an absolute affront to to humanity. And again, this is a direct result of the fact that the liberal and the conservative agenda have been on the same page the entire time, dude. I don't think this is a Trump issue, dude, because the groundwork were laid by the liberals and the Democrats to achieve this goal. So this is a bipartisan plan put into place by your military industrial complex headed by the red and blue team of the United States of America, sucking possibly our us into some sort of diabolical, like, crazy war. But maybe not. I don't know, dude. Again, maybe I guess this is all has been foretold. And it's disgusting, dude. It's disgusting because, once again, the Palestinian people are being treated as if they don't have any say over their reality. And so here, what are we, 70 years later? How long's this been going on? This is insane. And again, as I've warned you, as I've been warning of this the whole time, is this is going to be the quickest. What is that line in Star Wars, dude? When they're about to escape the tractor beam? This is going to be either we're out of here. This is going to be the quickest. This is insane, man. And again, this isn't like, it's not a land grab. I don't think that people like this is something darker than a land grab. This is the utter. So if you look right now, also what's going on in South Africa, right? This is about the dehumanizing of the human train. Well, yeah, I don't. It's. I mean, dude, wait. Oh, I have more clips. Wait a second. Here, let's just. I don't even know what to make of it because you're getting my very first impressions of this insanity. But here, let's listen to this nonsense for a second. Like, I'm like shocked, actually, dude. I wasn't ready for this today, dude. I didn't come prepared. Here we go. Here's this one. All right, you ready?
If they had an alternative, they'd much rather not go back to Gaza and live in a beautiful alternative that's safe.
Look at Bibi. What a scumbag.
Peter?
Would Palestinians have the right to return to Gaza if they left while the rebuilding was happening?
It would be my hope that we could do something really nice, really good, where they wouldn't want to return. Why would they want to return? The place has been hell. It's been one of the meanest, toughest places on earth. And right now, I've seen every picture from every angle, better than if I were there. And nobody can live there. You can't live there. So if we can build them through massive amounts of money supplied by other people, very rich nations, and they're willing to supply it. If we can build something for them in one of the countries, and it could be Jordan, and it could be Egypt, it could be other countries, and you could build 4 or 5 or 6 areas. It doesn't have to be one area, but you take certain areas and you build really good quality housing, like a beautiful town, like someplace where they can live and not die, because Gaza is a guarantee that they're going to end up dying. The same thing's going to happen again. It's happened over and over again, and it's going to happen again as sure as you're standing there, Peter. So I hope that we could do something where they wouldn't want to go back. Who would want to go back? They've experienced nothing but death and destruction.
This is insane. This is insanity.
Well, I don't think they're going to tell me no. I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to tell Biden no, and I think they're going to tell.
Look at
people
Bibi, dude. What a gross
chance,
creature that this dude is.
All of them.
What these people are disgusting, dude. Bibi's the gross. Look at that, dude. That like, this is gross, man. I know this. don't know if, like, yeah, we always, I mean, look, this has all been prophecy. This is all laid out in Revelation, dude. It's going off. It's happening quick, dude. It's I think like I can get into the bigger picture. I want to hear when he talks about the violence, dude. When because there's something so disgusting about how he says it, dude. I got to find the clip, dude. And I don't know if it's been. There it is. Okay, I've just found it. Just a second. Here we go. All right, so this is so if you're the Palestinians right now, what is your incentive to move forward? I don't really know, but because they've made it unclear that they are not going to treat you as human beings, apparently, because they just move you around like cattle from one human farm to the next. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. Let's go.
And their leaders very well. They're wonderful people, and they want peace in the Middle East. As far as Gaza is concerned, we'll do what is necessary. If it's necessary, we'll do that. We're going to take over that piece, and we're going to develop it, create thousands and thousands of jobs.
So let's be unclear. Like, this dude's planning on taking over. Like, he's very clear. Like, I think at this point, we got to stop thinking that. Like, I thought for a minute that the Gulf of America stuff and the Panama stuff and some of this stuff was like just, but I'm going to take him at his word, dude. I'm going to take him at his word that we're planning on occupying the Gaza Strip, dude. Like, that's insane. Did we not learn our lesson with the Viet Cong who were tunneled under Vietnam? Did we not learn our lesson that people tunneled underneath the ground? Dude, as a person who deals with tunneling animals, dude, underneath their gardens, dude, tunneling animals are really hard to get. So tunneling people with a plan, how are they going to do this? Are we going to start sending our brothers and sisters in uniforms as a supporter of the military? Our number one job, if we truly support our brothers and sisters in uniforms, is not to send them into wars that are not our business. This is insane. So what? We're going to go in. How are we going to get the Palestinians that just kicked the shit out of Israel? 15 months later, Israel accomplished nothing except destroying a bunch of buildings and slaughtering a bunch of women and children. So how are we going to do any better in over there? How are we going to clear out Hamas and the Al-Aqsa Martyrs Brigades and all these? How are we going to do that? We're going to send our children into the tunnels of Gaza. Is that the plan? Because they don't seem to be that deterred. I don't think people have been studying this like I have over the last 15 months. You know that Gaza has its own weapons manufacturing situation underneath there somewhere, dude. This is insane. Where's the good clip, dude? Where's the other clip here? Is this the one? Because I got to one and it was edited. You could see that they edited the clip, and I didn't like that, dude. Where is it? Is it this one? I think it's this one. This is insane, man.
So far, it's been moving along fairly rapidly, pretty much on schedule. I'd love to have them all out.
Okay, he's talking about the hostages and the ceasefire.
And then rebuild.
We're working very hard to get all the hostages. The word is all, and we are working very hard. So far, it's been moving along fairly rapidly, pretty much on schedule. I'd love to have them all out at one time, but we're taking them out. And tomorrow, more are being released, and over the days, more. And then we'll go into a phase 2. but would like to get all of the hostages. And if we don't, it will just make us somewhat more violent. I will tell you that, because they would have broken their word. Mr. Witkoff and his entire group have been working 24 hours around the clock, and they want them out, and promises have been made to them. And we'll see whether or not those promises will be kept. But we want all the hostages. That's right.
How much time do you think it will?
Dude, so it's gonna make us somewhat more violent. He just fully like laid it out. Like, we've been orchestrating this whole thing all along, dude. I don't think that's this is the one issue, this war thing, that where I will not stand down on, dude. This is insane what these people are talking about. This is insane, man. The fact that everybody in this country is behind this one, the fact that this is the one thing that unifies this country is insane. I mean, we're talking about occupying Gaza and rebuilding settlements for all these people, yet our own country is suffering, dude. This is insane, man. I how many times can I say that, dude? I don't even know what to like make of this. I don't even think it's registered what this clown's talking about. It's really like weird. Because I don't think in one level, I really. So what is it that thing? I don't know if it's really hard for me to gauge whether this is just smoke or this is actually like wood that's getting ready to be thrown on the fire. So we're what, 2 weeks into this thing? Like, are we like how many days into this insanity are we? So the 20th, we're like 2 weeks into this. And at this point, like batshit crazy. It's all Masonic theater. Yeah, but I think the theater's about to go into yeah, what's going on, Tommy? Someone's puppet stringing them. I get that. Again, it's I don't really get the puppet stringing thing. Doesn't interest me. I'm more into the Tommy. We're on to something else, buddy. Dude, the Boggles thing's 12 years ago, bro. I appreciate you, man. God's about to play his hand, so they're pulling out they're pulling out the razzle dazzle. I didn't really see that was going to be the angle. I mean, there was a part of me that's again, as I look at this more from a different perspective, I think I don't see the Palestinians as weak. I don't, call me crazy, but I don't see the Palestinians as weak at this point. I see them as steadfast. Like one of those things that always, those who are being aggressed against always have the advantage. The insurgents will always have the advantage. So you have a people that have decided, due to their own situation, that this is their path forward. And it's one of ultimate standing up to the aggressor by taking the abuse. This is so when I was a tree activist, right? And this is not a comparison like that. I'm trying to tell you like something that is very powerful. So when I was a nonviolent, civil disobedient tree activist, right? We all trained to be nonviolent and stuff. is the truth of the matter is those who why we were nonviolent and our actions was because nothing is more powerful of a message than a young woman being abused by the police. And what do I mean by that? Like, you would go and lock down arm to arm with dragon, with the pipes and the whole thing, and lock down in front of the logging trucks and the stuff. And you know, the only way they could really get you to let go, because you're in total control of your lockdown, is by using what are I forget it, compliance things where they can twist you and tweak you and do this, and ultimately what it would come down to was they would hold your eyes open and dump pepper spray in your eyes, right? And when people would see that back, and the pictures would come out, and it would be in the Oregonian or the front page of the newspapers or the news coverage, when they were seeing like young 19 to 24-year-old girls being essentially tortured by the police, it's a narrative they couldn't compete with, because the system's based upon violence, right? The system's based upon violence. So you've seen over the last 15 months this overwhelming level of brutality against women and children, which is just beyond okay on any sort of like human level, man. And so here we are. And I guess what I'm getting at is those girls. So when I was an activist, the women would always outlast the dudes across the board. Remember Julia Butterfly up in the tree for what, 2 years, right? The women would always outlast the dudes in these situations. The women could take levels of abuse that were shocking. I remember sitting there being like, dude, gnarly, man. These little girls, and they were girls, man. They were my daughter's age and stuff, dude. Like, it's hard for me to like, it's so when I see what's going on is I don't think people truly understand this concept of steadfastness at this point. You have people that have decided that they're willing to stand steadfast against 2,000-pound bombs and tanks and machine guns and sniper rifles, and their women and children being obliterated, and they're going to walk right back to northern Gaza the minute 2 weeks ago, right? Or 10 days ago, with like walk right back. Half a million Gazans walked back to northern Gaza since the ceasefire opened up, right? To rubble. And what do they do when they get to the rubble? They find out wherever their house used to be, or whatever pile of rubble is their former house, and they clean it up. They pitch a tent. They're like, we're back home. So you're talking about, you're going to go in with these people that have put up with 15 months of the gnarliest weaponry dropped on their head, and have fought back to the point where the Israelis had to stand down and negotiate a peace deal, or a ceasefire, essentially. A ceasefire. It's not a peace deal yet, but and nobody sees the parallels to the Viet Cong, right? Nobody sees the parallels to the Viet Cong. How did the Viet Cong were the same? They were not going to back down, dude. They were willing to take it to the bitter end. And I think it reminds me of the statement by Colonel Kurtz, right? The diamond. When Colonel Kurtz, remember, and when Willard goes to, I'm talking about Apocalypse now, the famous scene with Marlon Brando, and when Colonel Kurtz is in there and he's down there and he's talking about how that if he had a platoon of soldiers that had the will, and he's talking about how they went and inoculated the children, and they'd come back the next day and they had chopped the arm, the insurgents had chopped the arms off their own children who had been inoculated by the special forces guys. And he was talking about the level of commitment to do that, and the level of commitment and how that pushes it all beyond this barrier. I highly suggest it. It's so broken down, that one scene, about what we're looking at. You have a group of people that are willing to sacrifice everything at this point for the concept that they have the right to stand on their place on spaceship Earth and not be dispossessed. I don't think that people, so they're not, so Donald Trump can get up there and say whatever he wants, dude, about we're going to get violent. How much more violent are you going to get, dude? Like what level of violence next are we coming to that hasn't already been inflicted on the Palestinian people in Gaza? We're like, what more violence is there, dude? And what I'm getting at is, when I hear this dude talking, I don't fear for the Palestinians. I fear for our people that are going to be sent over there and get involved with something that they aren't going to have the heart and soul for, dude. You might be able to listen. The Israelis who went into Gaza and did this to Gaza had a certain amount of like desire to do this. They had a genocidal mentality of, we got to kill them all. And they went to Gaza with that mentality. We're going to get them all. So the people of Gaza were faced by a bunch of people with the greatest like military weaponry on the planet, who came to wipe them off the planet. And they stood there with their steadfastness and took it, and took that brutality and repelled it. Stood there in the rubble as 2,000-pound bombs were dropping on their head, and D9 bulldozers are blowing through them, and tanks are coming through them, as snipers are shooting at them. They stood there as their women and children were being killed, and their men were being killed, and their grandfathers and grandmothers were being killed. And they stood there and they said, we're not backing down. We're not backing down. And then they took all all the bombs that were dropped and returned them to sender. And so Trump, with the hubris of who he is, thinks that at this point, anybody's going to roll in and do something to the people in Palestine, Gaza, that's new to them, and that's going to work. Yeah, the Balfour Declaration, all of it. It's insane to me, dude. It's insane to me that they're talking like that, because all that this is done. You think the dudes down in the tunnels aren't listening right now? You think the dudes down in the tunnels aren't like, dude, you guys are really all right? You think they aren't like doing extra push-ups right now, or making extra bombs or whatever they're doing? Do you think those dudes are just sitting back like, oh, dude, Trump's gonna, like, you think at this point they're like afraid? That's what I'm trying to say, is you think at this point those dudes are slightly afraid about anything that the U.S. or Israel has to offer? No, they're not. So which tells me that whoever you're going to send there at this point, because the first group of dudes you sent to take these dudes out were the genocidal locals that lived across the street. right? The dudes who had a vested interest in killing them all, who had a bloodlust and a desire to kill them all. I mean, I don't know if you know any IDF people. I know a couple of them, dude. They're crazy, dude. Crazy, dude. So those are the people that went in first and they got smoked. And so now the new batch of dudes don't have that of even energy behind them. It's insane. So I have to be that this is dumb. This is a distraction. Like, what is this? Is this for real? I mean, is that for real? Is this whole like Trump BB thing like, I mean, I know it's not real, like on a metaphysical level. It's all sideshow circusry to get us like tuned in, but this is the prestige. I know what you're saying. Yeah, this is the prestige. This is the magician's trick. But what I'm getting at is the trick. I don't think that people understand how gnarly the Palestinians are at this point. Like short. So the other thing that I see is we're gonna, because there's no world law anymore, right? So you have to understand the premise after World War II is the never again is there was a sort of world law, which was about war crimes and all these things, right? Which was the Nuremberg trials and Nuremberg Code and all this stuff that came out of World War II. That has been, how long, dude, when this all started 15 months ago, I warned everybody. I said, dude, this is what this is really about. This is about voiding the law, because once you voided the law, you can do what you want, man. And technically, dude, you can do what you want. So what I see this is what he's saying is like, so how are they going to get those people to leave? Like, how are they going to get them to leave? Because they're not going to like be like, yeah, okay, let's go. I mean, some of them will. They'll be like, yeah, bitching, dude, condominium on the Red Sea, like fantastic. But what we're talking about is a United States, not proxy genocide, like a United States actually participating in a genocide. Like that's what we're talking about here. It's kind of horrifying. I don't like it. I don't like what this is about, because the Palestinians at this point aren't going to go. Like, they're not leaving at all. It's only been 2 weeks. I know, dude, it's only been 2 weeks. This dude's on a bender, bro. But this is the one where he jumped the shark. Because I was all about, like, I like the FBI thing where he's purging the FBI. I like the ending USAID. I'm all for that, dude. I hate all that stuff, dude. Like there's certain aspects I'm all for, but they're all just sideshow freak hustles, dude. Because the big buddy is he's on a it's interesting. He's on a bluff path, dude. It's a bluff path. This is jumping the shark, because I think he finally bumped into one people at this point who have nothing to lose. They got nothing to lose at this point, man. That's didn't anyone learn from like rule number 1 is once there's nothing more dangerous than a rabid dog. Like, there's nothing more dangerous than somebody with nothing to lose. There's nothing more dangerous than somebody who's sacrificed their everything for a cause, dude. The Canada thing's dumb, dude. That's again, that's all sideshow hustle, dude. Like, yeah, Shrunk just got his talents out shirt. He'll straighten him out. Yeah, I don't want his straightening out, dude. I'm not down with it, dude. They ain't gonna straighten this one out. He ain't gonna straighten out the thing in Russia the way he wants either, dude. You think Vlad cares, dude? And we that I don't see it like that, man. Yeah, I like that. I know I saw that thing with the CIA it suspends their entire workforce for 8 months pay. That's a good one, dude. No, I mean that. Go to Ryan Dawson's ANC report, dude, for Israel's genocide activities, dude. I'm an electronic intifada guy, dude. How do you muzzle Trump on something like this? It's not about muzzling at all. It's more about I'm gonna go. Okay, so now that's all laid out, like whatever. Again, is my whole angle on this whole thing is not to co-sign it, right? Is whatever's happening's happening. We don't like me as an individual. I don't have any ability to stop any of this, right? I have to focus on myself and my family and make sure that we're not doing the same thing on a micro level. Like there was gnarly here this weekend, dude. Me and my wife had some stuff come up and it was hectic, dude. My wife didn't handle it very well. And, it was like a scene, dude. And, we worked it all out, dude, because like that's what married people do. But it was hectic for like a minute, right? And so what I'm getting at is it's about like since this began in October 7th, and for my entire history on YouTube and as far back as it goes, I'm do not condone war. I'm not signed. There is no war that's worth my son's life unless they're kicking in my front door, dude. You know what I mean? Unless it's Red Dawn, dude, and they're parachuting in, dude, and we'll go Wolverines. Like that's different. A good defense. But this thing of us with our imperialism, this is imperialism. By the way, this is what imperialism looks like in modern times is we're going to take back Panama, dude, and we're taking Greenland and the Gulf of America, and we own the Gaza Strip now. Like, so my point is not to make the contract. Again, reject the contract. So in England right now, they're trying to pass a new law that says that. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. In England, they're passing a new law which says that the state has an internet AI, they want to be the leaders of AI. England does, right? So they're passing a new law that says that if you don't opt out your copyrighted material from the internet, they get to suck it up into the AI algorithm. But you have to opt out. So what the law is they're trying to pass. Wings of Pegasus got into this the other day. Is what they're doing is they're basically saying we're coming to steal all of your intellectual property that's online. And if you don't opt out, you missed your chance to not have your intellectual property rights stolen. And I think it's sort of like that on this metaphysical thing about genocide and war and chaos is I'm not going to, there's no point in going and protesting. Like I said, or at the beginning of this year, joy is the act of rebellion, right? That's joy is the act of rebellion. But They're just letting us down slowly. I agree with you. But I'm not a copyright guy, so I don't care. I don't believe in copyright. Just give credit. That's all I kind of believe in. Like if you saw on Instagram, like my bowl cut thing got ripped off by a bunch of people. Whatever. I just wanted the acknowledgement, just send some traffic my way so I can make a couple bucks. Don't forget to tip your talker, dude. And order some t-shirts online, dude, and PayPal and all that kind of stuff's down below, dude. And right on, Ethan. And so what I'm getting. No one can take anything from you, really. But that's what I'm getting at is the consent. No one can steal anything from you unless you're willing to have something stolen. So by default, what I'm getting at is this is happening in real time so that you can actually make an internal decision about who you are as a human being and publicly declare it to yourself. Like I am publicly declaring that I am anti-genociding of anybody, specifically the Palestinians. I am anti-war. I am anti the bloodlust of the wheat fields of Eastern Europe, dude. I am anti the United States military industrial complex and their warmongering. I'm against the empire, dude. I am against colonialization. I am against this whole shit show that's coming down the pipes of the new version of Manifest Destiny. I again I'm not idealistically naive of being like we need to tear down all the borders and all that because it's so broken and people are so untrustworthy and so sketchy, dude, that Rome never died. Rome never died, dude. We're all we're still part of the United Kingdom, man. Again, is none of that stuff has anything to do with you as a person, man. These truths were self-evident. Again, I highly suggest that you read the founding documents because I'm going to give this and to kind of wrap this up is on a certain level about all of this. Read the founding documents of this country if you live in the United States. Do you either live in the United States of America or you live in the corporation of the United States of America? I hope you live in the United States versus the corporation, but we all by default live in the corporation, but mentally we can live. Anyway, go read the founding documents and read them as personal documents, not as documents for starting a new nation or documents for a country. Just read them as personal documents and ask yourself, we find these truths to be self-evident, what that is really about, dude. And what I will get back is those founding documents. If you take them on a personal level, if you make the Declaration of Independence a personal document, right? You can have King George be this whole system. Read them as a personal document. Read the Bill of Rights as personal documents for yourself, right? And then realize the power that's in you as God's perfectly created human being. And I will tell you that at this stage of the game, I just don't see any need to be part of this mentally, spiritually, or emotionally. Like, again, is I see a reason to be against it mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, but that is not an aggressive energy, right? The best offense is a good defense. And that's what I'm talking about. It's like harden your hula hoop, so to speak, of your spirituality and realize that what is afoot. And I've been warning about this. Like the people that are going to lose their minds eventually are the people that didn't think that this was going to happen. When we didn't know how it was going to happen, but it's happening, like we're 2 weeks into it, and Trump-anyahu just did a press conference where they are claiming that the United States is going to take control of the Gaza Strip and resettle the Palestinians to somewhere of their liking. That's insane. I don't know what and what you can also see is that this didn't just happen 2 weeks ago. This has been going on for our whole lives, man. This level, and now they're just uncloaking to the fullest degree, and they're jumping the shark. And that's what I would say is that it's finally uncloaking. Generals gather at black masses, like sorcerer, like what is it? How does it go? Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerers of deconstruction. This is just, this is the Ozzy Osbourne laid it all out too, dude, with Black Sabbath, dude, War Pigs, right? That's all this is. And so here we are, man. They're uncloaking. They're on no uncertain terms told you that they're going to risk everything on this endeavor, and it's a battle for your soul. And I've always been clear on this channel. The warfare is for your soul. It is not of this material world. It is to get you to concede yourself to their ways again. And this is no different. The 2020 was a great practice round for us, and I told you back that in 2020. Like that was this 2020 was the practice. The new pandemic is not going to be, it is a metaphysical contagion. It is the contagion that wants you to get behind these principalities and these leaders and these false prophets to risk your soul and justify the extermination and the genocidal tendencies of the military industrial complex for a good economy, dude. We're going to make America great again. How are we going to do that? We're going to wipe a bunch of people off the face of the planet, dude. We're going to do a real estate scheme in the Mediterranean, dude. So it's that thing of and all these are wind up toys of the whole thing. I'm on the clock. So I do see that, don't get all of these things are distractions. I was watching, speaking of the when I went down and did my undercover work with the Black Bloc up in Portland during the Summer of Love, right? And I infiltrated, because that was before they started beating up all the live streamers, but I had all the gear on and I was filming. You can go watch the videos. They're still up. And it was a bunch of LARPers, dude. It was just a bunch of people that, that didn't have a bar to go to or a fish show or a Coachella. And they were off throwing bottles at the popo and burning stuff down and basically just being looters and rioters and the whole thing. And they were creations of the system because they didn't have a compass based upon a true spiritual understanding, because they're godless. That's when you hear young people in our 20s, right? That's why we go do all this crazy stuff when we're young, is because we have to find forgiveness and we have to make mistakes, and that's why people that are older have a different spiritual understanding than someone who's 22 or 19, you know what I mean? And I don't even want to say it's a no moral compass, because that eventually, the moral compass corrects itself through time and age. You have to blow it as a young person. That's why you're a young person. You got to make big mistakes, bigly, dude. And the moral compass guides you through your life, dude, because the person I was at 30 is not the person I am at 55. Is not the person I was at 20, who is the person I was at 16, right? My moral compass started at the divine spark, right? So I don't get into that like moral compass thing, because that's not based upon the concept of forgiveness and turning yourself into God and admitting your wrongs. Like that's where I don't like those young people in Portland at that time were caught up in a situation of because they need to find God, and I'm sure many of them will, and I'm sure many of them won't, dude. But my point being is you look at what was going on in Los Angeles, like I think it was last night, dude, like they're down there like protesting the immigration thing, right? Like, whatever, like, good for them, dude. Go protest. I don't get into this thing that, like, you're not allowed to protest and you're a scumbag for I think that that's the concept of America, man. The corporation of the United States of America hates it, but, like, the real liberty, like, go down and wave your flag and protest. Good for you. I endorse it 100%, dude. My flag, again, like, don't burn the flag. No, the flag and the liberty I believe in is strong enough to be lit on fire and stomped out by a bunch of lunatics. I ain't worried about it, dude. I don't get all like that about it, dude. And I'm pretty sure that, like, oh, my grandfather fought in Iwo Jima for that. I'm pretty sure your grandfather fought in Iwo Jima so you could protest into a theoretically, or they just get sucked into it, the mind trap too, dude. So when I was watching this thing down there last night, dude, and they're down there and they're protesting their immigration thing. And the interesting thing was it turned into like a street takeover. They're doing the car things where they're spinning the cars and they're partying and people are like clowning it and the whole thing. And I'm watching the like weirdo right wingers be like, this isn't in front. And I'm going, how are you worried about these dudes? Like they went and did their big protest in downtown LA and turned it into a car takeover, dude. Like that's not your problem. That's not the problem threatening any of us, is a bunch of people waving flags around and doing burnouts and whatever the thing is. It's the fact that this is all being orchestrated to get you to lose your moral compass. See, everybody's worried about everybody else's moral compass. Oh, those dudes on the Summer of Love, those dudes on the Summer of Love didn't have their moral compass. Well, I saw a lot of people who didn't have their moral compass screwed on right either, because you know what I mean? At first, I wanted the National Guard, round them all up, until I went and infiltrated what was going on. And I was like, oh, this is a giant military operation. You know, because the United States police force is like the 5th largest standing army on the planet or something, right? So when you really see it is the only moral compass you need to worry about is your moral compass, dude. And stop worrying about everybody else's moral compass, because everybody's moral compass is spinning. So you better make sure you don't lose your moral compass and start spinning and being like, oh my God, this is a good idea. Oh, you know what? Like beachfront property in the Gaza Strip. Like, you know why the Santa Monica's burned down? They don't talk about this a lot. It's called the curse of the Chumash. You do know that there is like the entire Santa Monica mountain range is cursed, right? By the Chumash. And you're either tapped in with the Chumash or you're not. But to sit there and build your houses on cursed Indian burial grounds, because that's what most people don't understand, that like the Chumash who lived in the along the coast that is now Malibu and the area of the Palisades and all the way up to Ventura up there, that was like a sacred area, like super like sacred. And that it had a lot of like potent energy. And when the Spanish came up and forced them all into the missions and the whole mission thing, it was cursed. And so I see what's going on in Gaza as you don't want that, dude. Because the only people that can break the curse are standing there right now. And again, they can do the psyop of it's a garbage dump and they've been tortured and it's blown up, but it's theirs. It's their garbage dump that's been destroyed over and over again. And they're willing to stand there and be like, come and take it, man. Good luck with that, dude. And Sapa. So I don't know, man. The Canadians are to blame, dude. A bunch of edgers having a street takeover. Yeah, dude. 5 UK protesters blocking road equals 4 years, dude. I mean, the blocking the roads thing's dumb at this point. Like, again, the protesting thing is I get it, but it's dumb too. Kalmaka, my grandfather built Santa Barbara to what it is today. Yeah, I'm sure, dude. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it in an hour right now. I'm like, I don't even know if I got a good take on any of this, dude. I'm just flabbergasted with the hubris and the insanity that is being laid out before our very eyes, dude. I didn't see it one coming. So if you want to tip your talker, it's a crowd-funded reality. I greatly appreciate it when you help the channel grow. Smash that like button, join, become a member, tip your talker, or get some t-shirts. There's links down below, or go be a big spender and get one of my big pieces of art. That would be super rad. And those who hang out on the Lego channel, I've been quiet over there because I'm doing some remodeling in there, and I'm almost done. So we'll get that up and running in a couple days. Gunler, and all skateboarding progression's going quite well, dude. And with that said, we will see you at the next one. Breaking news, it's probably coming pretty quick, dude. Again, I might even, who knows, man. But anyway, be safe out there. Appreciate everyone. Know that we are blessed, and use the name tags and be kind to each other. Yeah? All right, man. With that said, Ethan, reach out, man. They want to reach out to Ethan. All right, take it easy, everyone.